like crab bag sit over here.
Okay. All right. Hey, welcome to the other morning show. TruePowerIsMine.
It's CICOBR to the AIMOMOTAL, the one and only.
And we're going to make a phone call here and try to get our little guest on for tonight.
Yeah, yo. What's up?
Oh, wrong number by accident there. Hold on. Oh, we are live. Well, this is just the unfortunate, because I'm not stopping the tape. I've started my weekend official.
You got that SR. Still reserved.
It gives me the courage to do the show. All right.
Oh, man.
Karin. All right.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless.
No.
Your mobile number is...
Oh, no, that's what I figured. All righty. Well, you know, I thought I detected some debauchery, and there it is. There it is. I guarantee you, every time you call, I'm like, that one of mine has not accepted numbers. I can guarantee it. Oh, it doesn't matter, folks, because I still have a show to do, and got some exciting things to talk about today. A lot of shit in the news, from the YouTube shooting all the way to Trump putting boots on the ground on our fucking border. You know, which a lot of people are like, yeah, fucking right. A lot of other people are like, oh, boo-hoo. You know, I just want to talk to the people who it really matters. And to me, it's the planters. It's the farmers. It's the guys who are going to be putting in the crops. I would like to talk to any of you guys and get your opinion about the government fucking around with your livelihood. You know, I mean, when we get past all the rhetoric and all the bullshit, the bottom line is, who's going to get their fucking asses up off the fucking couch and go the fuck out there in the fields and pick those avocados? Or get those motherfucking grapes, or whatever the fuck you got growing. The bottom line is, we got food rotting in the fucking vines, and now we're going to reduce food stamps, so therefore, the real cost of food will go up exponentially. So even if you are working, making good money, you're going to find yourself spending a lot more money just feeding yourself than you used to. You know, so we are going to have some riots in the streets, you know. Yeah. It looks like, if I'm a weather guy, I see riots and mass civil arrests coming. A low plane of fucking shit. Huh? Oh yeah, we're live on this fucking
on Facebook.
Yeah, TruePowerIsMine.
TruePowerIsMine.
Try calling old girl on the phone's not.
She's upset.
You know, the phone's not there now.
But she didn't answer.
No, it says okay. Let's just call it again. Let's call it again.
Could just be bad network.
Hey, you know what? It probably is. But if not, the show must go on. Alright, let's hit it again. Let's hit it again.
It's Friday.
It sounded like she was driving.
Verizon Wireless. Your mobile number.
Yeah. Can you text her on your phone?
I can.
Asked her to accept a call from, like, Venice, California, or wherever now.
Did you call me from that Google line?
Yeah.
It comes up restricted.
Well, I called her from it, too, earlier.
You're not in the camera angle. No way you're not in there.
But anyhow, folks, like I was saying, we're gonna focus on.
Scoot your ass over.
There we go. Just like fucking sardines up in this motherfucker. You know.
That's why I hate not having enough time. I'm like fucking like. I hate rushing because I fuck shit up when I start rushing.
Yeah, I'm totally like I'm just half power.
Yeah,
I'm on half power today, guys.
But that's just the. Well, I'll fix it in a second.
I mean, this one we're good. You know, I see a big ass cheeseburger like a mothership behind us. But I do. You know?
Oh, I gotta plug this up so I can charge.
And for all you fucks out here thinking I don't help set this shit up, I do. It's just that,
Look what he doing right
you know, grab this, do that. You know, I do in different ways.
He do book the people.
Yeah.
He does. He does most of the guest booking.
True power is mine.
So
I just
he
do what I
works the shit
can.
out of the phone. So.
I just do what I can. Well, I could. Now that I got... Oh, I do want to give an announcement. Tonight's episode is
brought to you
sponsored...
by Peace Nuts.
Well, it is sponsored by APM Construction LLC. And it's also brought to you by Digital Doodles. Hold on.
Digital Doodles.
Yeah, I got another sponsorship.
Come on with those sponsors. That's what's up. That's what makes the show goes on.
Right, because I need a new fucking car. Fuck all the dumb shit. You know, I'm just being fucking honest.
Yeah, gotta get those sponsorships
Right.
up, brother.
Fuck yeah.
The other morning show. It's Friday, man. It is Friday.
Okay, maybe that might work.
Yeah, Digital Doodlers at Facebook and Pinsters. Check them out. They got some great stuff, folks. Yeah, short us out, and this will be a short-ass show.
I gotta get everybody in the...
Shit's all fucking falling and shit.
Bam.
Oh, perfect.
Boom. A little bit over. A little bit. Yeah, right there.
That's all money there. Now, that's almost pornography quality. Cool. We're gonna get everything in there. So, folks, you know,
I just gotta get a charger.
I'm gonna say something, you know, and it's highly controversial. I think that Trump is doing a sorry job with this Chinese and the whole trade war thing.
Trade war my ass. Trump's doing what he's supposed to do.
I think he's handling it all wrong. You know, I mean, if we're going for his 6th bankruptcy, I think we're doing a great job. You know, we're on par for course. Mm-hmm. But if we really want to turn this thing around, you know,
you're gonna have to completely destroy the United States government.
I mean, just think about what's going on. We're gonna have a food crisis here in a second. We
have
a worker crisis because no one's getting out there to fucking do a lot of these jobs. And now we're going to have a fucking deal to where the little merchandise that is coming in here is going to be, you know, shot up with tariffs. Mm-hmm. And wages are being stagnant, if not backpedaling from, then don't hit me with that corporation handout bullshit that happened the other month, because that's the last time you're going to see a little shit like that.
Yeah.
All right?
What, them tax breaks?
Yeah. And most people didn't even see anything on their check.
They ain't got to do no more. That shit's permanent. That shit's permanent. So they ain't got to do no more. That shit's forever.
Right.
You know,
it gives them an extra $2 to $3 million to spend.
Forever. That means
the bottom line is here, guys, is that if we don't speak up and say, hey, this ship is on a bad course, I see some stormy-ass seas ahead, and then when people start falling off this motherfucker driving, we start bouncing off of icebergs like we're in a pinball machine, I don't want to hear shit from nobody, you know, because we're sitting here telling you the shit's not right. You know, you have a lot of major economists
call her ass again.
Talking, you know.
I feel like the Facebook motherfucker. Fuck, man.
You know, I'm a gentleman. You know, I believe in.
He's on there.
I'm being cordial. Shit. I could have said something else.
Welcome to Verizon.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen, buddy. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Okay, so
go ahead and text her on your phone.
Yeah, I'm finna do it now.
So, you know, you can do all that. So while he's doing this rhythm and roll, I want to continue on my little soapbox, seeing how I have a captive one audience here. To the one listener that's out there, I would say, you know, is World War III already happening? Yes. Is the Civil War cracking off? There's definitely some hot flashes on that. Mm-hmm. So what is to do? What are we supposed to do? I recommend you stock up, stock up, stock up. I cannot emphasize antibiotics. I cannot tell you iodine. I cannot express, you know, that you probably want to have a gas mask. You know, you literally need to have a gas mask on your kitchen table, like right now.
If you gonna make this in the old videos, you explain how to use the gas mask. This motherfucker's on the floor.
Oh shit!
Oh, that boy
I come back up.
That boy got that boy.
I come back up. I get my gas mask, and then I can throw this motherfucker on, and I'll be safe. See, you need a gas mask under every table, and a weapon too. I ain't gonna drag that son of a bitch out.
I'm gonna be coming in here.
But that's what I'm saying. You know, you only have a few seconds when you hear these warnings to get your protective gear on. And this is going to be a matter of life and death, folks. A lot of people are going to die. A lot of people hearing my voice tonight and in the morning, seeing how we are an actual morning show, are going to die. Unfortunately, they're going to die because of lack of being prepared. They're going to die because they are the target.
Okay, she said she's going to text me. She's outside. Give her a couple of minutes.
Oh, that's fine.
That'll give me time to set shit up.
Oh, well, there you go. See how everything works out? This is why this is totally stress fucking free. You know, now a lot of this is bonus shit. Tonight's guest is Karin Chester of NORML from St. Louis.
It's St. Louis, greater St. Louis NORML.
You know what? I'm just going to allow him to do all the interaction like that. But when we get back to the meat of the matter, what we're going to talk about tonight, the legalization of marijuana, also feeds into this overall theme of tonight as far as the economy of the stuff. Well, now if we take that and you just can, if you take the word, it'll spread out better. But the thing about it is, hey, we're always marketing. We're coming up with ideals. You know, he lives 45 fucking minutes to the north. You know, and we don't, you know, we don't hardly have meetings. You know, we do Facebook Live or whatever. But
we do have production meetings. I don't know how productive they are, but we do have them.
Well, here's the fruits of the productivity. You know, I mean, one thing I can say.
We be trying shit. We talk about stuff. We talk about shit. You know, we talk about stuff, man.
I'm so happy to be able to be a part of.
I am cutting notifications off of this one because I don't want motherfucker put it on airplane mode.
Wait, I thought, okay, so where are we gonna see the live chat?
On the laptop.
Oh, so that's live right there?
No, this ain't live. This is my archive copy.
Gotcha. All right.
And she's gonna text me on this phone. And then when she texts me on this phone, boom, I just hit the live button on there and we good to go.
Why don't we just go live on there? So then we're already good.
Okay, give me a second to get this shit set up then.
I mean, normally I would have already have a few drinks in me. I don't. Pretty much sober. Relatively speaking.
He had a come to Jesus moment.
Oh, man. It's been a come to Jesus week, man. The things have been happening so fast, and people are, well, put it this way. There's an individual I know, all right? The guy just found out his dad died and had over $275,000
That's
worth
her.
of bonds.
Call her.
And, you know.
Is that hooked up?
No, it's absolutely just floating in the air.
Well, hook that up.
It's hooked. Anyhow, come on, Betty. And tonight we will be having a live performance by CI.
Yeah.
By a fan's request.
Hey, shout out to the fans that requested CI on the other morning show. You heard me?
And I did want to say thank you to all the fans out there.
Absolutely.
You know, your support have not gone unnoticed. And, you know, whether you start off being a person who kind of hated the show, but you just stuck with us, you know, you guys are cool too. All right, we're getting this party started.
Right. Get it started.
We're having
fucking crazy.
All righty.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
We've made contact. Well,
Sorry, I got delayed, so it's my fault why we're not on at 6. It's my fault. I'm sorry about that.
It's good that you take responsibility.
Okay, so what are we doing?
We're about to go live. We're gonna do our little spiel for like 2 minutes. You know, thank our fans and stuff, and then we'll introduce you. And then we'll let you tell us all about Greater STL Normal and what you guys are all about, what you're doing.
Will you please make sure you say my name correctly?
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it?
People have a lot of trouble with that because it looks like Karin when you write it.
Oh, okay. It's Karin?
So it's Karin.
Karin.
Chester, yeah.
Okay, Karin Chester. I'll make sure. Okay, I got it now.
Well.
Okay.
All right.
And then we're going to have a couple of questions for you, too, at the very end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you get some volume up on
That's
that?
it. That's as high as we go on that, buddy. It is. It wasn't that bad, was it, earlier? I don't know why. It's good. It's good.
Hold on. Just give me 1 second. Oh, great. I forgot about that. I gotta take it off. Okay, we're good.
It would be more honest to say, give me 5 minutes than
Huh.
a second.
We're good.
We're awesome. All right. Now, because the microphone's on this pitch, we probably want it like more right there. All right.
Northern show. It is the other morning show.
Oh yeah, after going through the we actually had a few donations this week, but
You
Debbie had the information. I didn't.
What is it? Korean, right?
Karin.
Korean. Okay. All right, we're live. All right, welcome everybody to the other morning show.
What's today's day?
We gotta get to the day first. We gotta do our spiel first. We come
Well, I'm
before the day.
TruePowerIsMine.
I'm Dimebag Doily,
I'm the one and only Cobra Immortal.
and welcome to the other morning show, the only morning show that
That's
you
right.
can catch at night. And want to say thank you to all the subscribers.
Man, it's Friday, April the 6th.
The year of our Lord.
The year of our Lord. That's right.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Man.
No problem, brother. You know, I got you.
It's been one of them days, man. It's been one of them days. It's been one of them days. You got any special news or anything going on?
Tonight's show is sponsored by Digital Duelers at Facebook and Pinster, and it's also sponsored by Aprim Construction LLC, building a better society. Thank you guys for your support. We did have some donations roll in, but like I was telling Dimebag, my better half actually has that information with her. But next week's show, I will definitely give you guys a shout out.
And there you go. And don't forget that Dimebag TV 2 next month. Gonna have some good content on there.
Also, I want to just throw this out there. For all you folks following Special Report, this Saturday, new Special Report, Judge Joe Brown will be on 4 p.m. Central Time. Join us. TruePowerIsMine and Dimebag TV.
Right.
We'll be doing it live.
Judge JB's going to be
Yes,
on the show.
Joe
The
Brown
one and only
dropping
Joe
knowledge.
Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's big. Big show.
Yes.
So that's gonna be on Special Report. That's why it's gonna be Saturday, because it's special and it's a report.
And it's a report.
Hosted by TruePowerIsMine.
Right on.
And on the phone line, we got a very special guest with us today from the Greater St. Louis Normal. Introduce the call. Karin Chester is on the line. Can you hear us? I hope I didn't butcher your name.
No, I think you did.
I did. Yeah.
Hold on.
We're having...
No, there's electrical feedback. Here, pull that out.
Oh, man.
Hold on 1 second. This is totally normal.
Yeah, we always have technical difficulties. We need some help over here.
Isn't that true? We're just gonna try to do this Bluetooth style.
Maybe we should put an ad on Craigslist or something. You know what? Tech guys.
IT is needed. Connected. Okay. I believe we're connected.
Can you hear us? Uh-oh. What a Friday night.
No way.
I think you lost it. I don't know.
I hear something.
I hear it, but it's so far away.
I got this, man.
Hold on. Why is this around this?
I don't know.
And under
But
here.
I can't deal with this chaos.
Oh, man, this is what the Illuminati's all about. Order out chaos.
Yeah, you know, they
There we
like
go.
these mofos is... Can you hear us?
No.
I'm a caller.
No. Here. You need to plug it into this.
Hold on.
It's the other
Morning
show. True Power's Mine.
Where everything gets fucked up. Flat out.
But we're getting it together.
We trying to.
You're going to need
You
that.
need more duct tape in this bitch.
I got some Gorilla Tape.
She probably like, they hung up. I ain't playing with these guys no more. Play too much. These boys ain't organized or nothing.
Hi, this is Karin.
No. Oh. Hold
It's all
on.
right. We'll get her.
Yeah, I'm better.
It's like for big game, honey.
We are.
I need to turn that off. Okay, now that's disconnected. Oh, now you connected? Cool.
This is Karin.
Okay, there you go. Sorry about that.
Okay, did you call me on a different line?
Yeah, I called you on a different line.
Okay, I didn't know that was you on the other line. So, okay. Well, hi, I can hear you good now.
Okay,
Oh, yes,
that
it's
works
perfect.
much better. Okay. So why don't you tell us about Greater St. Louis NORML so people can get an idea of what you guys are about?
Well, Greater St. Louis NORML is a chapter of the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws. And the St. Louis chapter's been around for over 20 years. We have meetings once a month on the second Monday of the month. Right now, our meetings are in Webster Groves. And we've been working with some people in the city to try to change some of the marijuana laws in the city and do some decriminalization. And we are also working with New Approach Missouri on the ballot initiative. We are collecting signatures and helping in that way. So,
Any place where people can go online to sign the petition?
you can't sign a petition online. You have to sign it in person, but we do have some permanent signing locations. Well, there's actually only a couple of weeks left to be able to sign the petition. So if you go to newapproachmissouri.com, you can find a location so that you can sign the petition. And the petition is for a medical legalization program that would be a constitutional amendment, and it would be on the November ballot. So it would create a framework for patients to be able to get access to medical marijuana if they have a recommendation from their doctor.
Okay. And then that would obviously lead to true recreational legalization down the road once we kind of...
Some people certainly think that once we have medical legalized that people will soften to the idea of an adult use bill, but Missouri, it's taken us a long time to get to this point. There's really no telling how long it'll take us to get it all the way through.
And the meat of the matter is because here in Missouri, a lot of these little rural areas get a lot of money on the backside with all this stuff being illegal. And everyone wants to fake it like, oh, we're so pious and so holy and so righteous. It has nothing to do with religion, folks. It has everything to do with money.
That's right.
It's all about money.
That's right.
So I did have one question. A viewer asked me to ask you, So do you feel that marijuana laws target certain populations in our society?
Well, marijuana laws were originally instituted in order to target specific members of society.
Can you tell us the story?
Marijuana was made against the law back in 1937. What they did is they put a tax on it and said you could buy it if you had a tax stamp, but then they didn't issue any tax stamps. And they actually said that they wanted to do this so that they had a reason to arrest black people.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Then in the 70s, Nixon is the one who really kind of started the big launch on the war on drugs, at least in my mind. And he tightened the laws down even more. And he specifically said that he wanted to target hippies and black people. So yes, to answer your question, I absolutely believe that marijuana laws target people specifically, and they should not do that.
So, and now, I mean, with that being the truth, this is the origin, folks, of these draconian, ridiculous laws, is basically hatred and racism. So if you are still advocating these laws, championing them on a moral ground, you really don't have one. You really don't.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with morals.
No, it never has and never will. But when you talk to the average person, the way we've been programmed, you already, the drug people are the bad people.
Yeah.
The bad guys on CSI or whatever, movie.
Jeff Sessions even said that only bad people smoke marijuana. That's the most ridiculous thing in the world. If somebody said only those people drank beer, people would be horrified.
Exactly. I would be personally horrified.
I mean, but everybody drinks beer. That's my point. You know what I mean? It'd be like, now you're saying that only bad people drink beer. I mean,
but there was a point in time when we did say that.
Smoking a joint or doing an edible or whatever, cannabis is far safer than alcohol is.
Absolutely.
You cannot die from an overdose of cannabis. You can absolutely not only die from an overdose of alcohol, you can die when you're detoxing from alcohol.
Mm-hmm. And you also can kill a few other people while you're underneath the influence of alcohol.
Yep, and you'll walk away with no scratches.
Yeah. I mean, alcohol, I have seen that personally destroy so many lives here, like in the Jefferson County regions. You go with a guy, he's on a football team, you do, drinking on the weekend. You go to college and he goes to work and you see him a few years later and next thing you see is just a drunk, whiskey bottles all in the back of the truck, beer cans falling out the truck when you open up the door. It's a pretty sad life, man.
Now I got a question because I got a question. I think it should, instead of pushing for medical marijuana, why just push for just full recreational? I think you could probably get more people on.
Well, that's actually not true. There are a lot more people who are in favor of medical marijuana than there are in favor of recreational. And the main reason that, no state has ever legalized adult use before they've legalized medical. Never. Are we really naive enough to think that Missouri is going to be the breakthrough state to change that?
No.
No.
You know what I find really crazy about this whole conversation? And let's just be real. Right now, in any state, any part of the country, a woman can literally go and get an abortion. It's her body. She can do whatever the hell she wants with it. But you cannot smoke a joint in most states in America legally. Even though it's your body, you cannot do what you want with it.
Well, Missouri is known to be backwards anyway. That's the
that's the whole thing. There are a lot of people who really believe that we can do an adult use measure without doing medical first. But then other people say Missouri will be the last one to legalize anything. So, which is it? Half the people say we'll never do it at all. And then the other half the people say we can just do, we don't have to pass medical first. But the fact of the matter is that approval for medical cannabis, it polls at over 90% approval nationwide, and adult use is about 30% less than that. So when we go to the ballot box, we know that the voters of Missouri will support a medical bill. And it's really time consuming and really expensive to do a ballot initiative. It takes a lot of volunteers. It takes a lot of total dedication and a lot of people who are willing to donate money so that we can do this. And even with over 400 people, volunteers in the state collecting signatures, we still, we have a few weeks left. We still need signatures, but we know that when we get it on the ballot, that people will vote for it. If we spent all that time and money and didn't pass an adult use measure, not only would we not have anything at all, but we have patients who are dying because they need medical marijuana. This is not a matter of, it makes them feel better. There are kids with epilepsy who have no other form of treatment that works besides cannabis. And they're required to go to the doctor and take all kinds of medications to make sure that stuff won't help before they can try cannabis.
Mm.
So they
now, can't these families go to?
They have to try pharmaceuticals, and a lot of times the pharmaceuticals make them sicker. So, I personally am in favor of adult use. I think that it should be legal. That's my personal opinion. That's not my opinion on behalf of anybody else.
Right.
But I also am realistic about the fact that I don't think that we could get that to pass. And there are patients who really need help now. There are patients who really can't wait. And, but in other states that have passed medical, they've gone on to be able to pass an adult use law. So it could happen in Missouri.
I'm just wondering how many of our state legislators and senators are old enough to have been indoctrinated in their youth by the movie Reefer Madness, where it shows such a horrible depiction. And this isn't funny because President Trump had made mention to seeing that film. And, and I'm sure Jeff Sessions also saw that film. They probably think that it's a lovely, accurate depiction of the situation.
No, they don't.
But they used it. They used that to scare the hell out of people.
It's illegal because.
Well, I kind of use the term reefer madness as a metaphor for just that kind of general mentality. I helped collect signatures, and I was at a polling location on Tuesday, and I had 3 people come up and tell me, "Thank you so much for what you're doing," and somebody hugged me, and then another lady told me I was the devil's toolbox. So there's just no way of knowing how people are going to react,
Right.
So.
But I guess the whole point is, though, we got to acknowledge the fact that we have been brainwashed to a certain degree. We have been.
That's true.
That's what we have to fight. We have to
wake up to it.
The people been brainwashed. The politicians, they just been being paid by the alcohol, the pharmaceutical companies, and stuff like that. They know. They know.
I'm talking about that boy out there at Jefferson City up in there. Out there in a stick somewhere, and Grandpa been on this land and that, and all they do is chew tobacco, shoot at deer, and fucking drink bush beer. That guy has been brainwashed to think that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And there's a lot more of those cats out there than you think.
And if you think about,
and that's why we're not going through the legislature. That's why it's important to do this through a ballot initiative, because that way the people decide.
Yes.
The Missouri legislature is never going to do anything with marijuana. We have a really, really limited bill that's in effect now. It's only for intractable epilepsy, and there's very few people who actually benefit from that program. But House Bill 1554 just got defeated. It just got kicked out of committee. And a lot of people were kind of hoping that would be able to go through. But that measure was only for people who are dying. So still, again, it's not that many people who can be helped, and we can't even get something for dying people through the legislature.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Now,
people, it literally says for people who are dying, and
can't get no soup for you.
I think if they push for the medical side of it, I have a feeling that eventually one day it'll just be all out recreational, because if you think about it, like you look at California state law when it comes to medical marijuana and recreational, I feel like Missouri won't pass it recreationally because the prison system. It's like, look how many people are in there that are in there for having a gram.
Well, what is it? If you
marijuana
get
or
caught with
half
an
ounce,
you get like 15 years or something crazy.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
like,
for an
so
ounce
if you have over 35 grams in the state of Missouri, you could face up to, I think it's 10 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. Or
Holy
7
shit.
years in prison and a $10,000 fine. I think that's right. But all that information is also on the National NORML website. There's like all kinds of information about statistics, and you can look up different states and you can see, you know, what the penalties are in different places for marijuana. And by and large, they don't, you know, in Missouri, they don't put people in prison for having small amounts of marijuana, even if it's a little over 35 grams. But the problem is that when you have a marijuana offense, it's on your record. And a marijuana offense is actually worse than just having a straight up felony. Because, like, if you get convicted of murder, you can still get food stamps and you can still get public assistance for housing.
Right. Yes.
If you get convicted of marijuana, you cannot. You cannot get a student loan. You cannot. I mean, seriously. So now I can't get a job because I have a felony. But now I can't even get any help because it was a drug conviction, because it was a marijuana conviction.
Mm-hmm.
So the laws are really skewed, and I'm just really hoping that this November the voters will decide that that medical marijuana needs to be okay here. And Greater St. Louis NORML has endorsed the New Approach Initiative. We feel like that's the most comprehensive plan for patients. We feel like it is, you know, the best of what's out there. So we have been supporting that one and helping collect signatures.
Now, that initiative, what medical conditions does that all cover? Because I know sometimes when they pass that medical marijuana, it's like the conditions, it's like, what's really the point of giving these people marijuana now? They're about 90% done.
That's the point.
The list of conditions that is in the New Approach Initiative is really broad. There's PTSD, autism, epilepsy, but Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. There's a huge list of specific conditions, but then there are a couple of catch-all phrases that say things like any condition that your doctor feels like you can benefit from marijuana.
Okay,
so if I go to the doctor, but the biggest one on the list of conditions is chronic pain. There are a lot of states who have medical marijuana and they don't have it for chronic pain, and that's a problem because chronic pain is one of the things that marijuana is the best for.
Right. Instead of those opioids that constipate you and make you into a heroin junkie.
Yeah. You take that first, you take that 30-day prescription of that opioid prescription drug, you are a borderline heroin addict. Period.
Oh, but you know what the funny thing she said about, you know, the lack of public assistance once you get on the, you know, the marijuana, basically a registry. Yeah. You know, now all those illegals that we're keeping out of the country, now they can go out there in the fields and pick avocados and grapes and whatever we have here in Missouri, some corn.
I just can't believe that they view
this
marijuana as a drug.
No, this is bullshit.
You know
we basically got to fucking play a game to say, basically, like he just said, half dead people can get this herb that's naturally on the earth here, and we're gonna play these legal games, these mental gymnastics, just so that people can do what the hell we want to do on this earth. Because,
but we're getting there. People are waking up. I really feel like people are starting to get tired of being told what they can do that way, you know. And I think there's a lot of change coming. So, hey guys, I'm going to have to get off the phone here in a minute. Do you have any more questions for me?
Tell the people where they can find you at and how they can sign that petition. So, how close are you to getting the number of signatures you need?
We're really close. We now have, I think, about 270,000 signatures, and our goal is 290,000. So we'll have everything wrapped up in a few weeks, and we'll be ready to submit signatures. The deadline is May 6th. So
okay, try to get more than the designated, because
we want your support. You know,
we only have to have about 170,000 signatures.
Okay,
but we're going to turn in like 290,000. That way we will know. And the signatures are being validated by a petition company so that we will know when we turn them in, we'll know that we meet the minimum threshold.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good.
Because they be showing be like, well, this person's signature's no good. This person's no good. This person's no good. So you need to.
They kicked out a lot of signatures.
Mm-hmm.
They kicked out enough signatures in 2016 to keep us off the ballot.
Yeah.
So
That's why I asked how
to
many
make sure
you
that
need.
doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen again. So.
But I guess, before you go, how will we deal, though, with the issues that's going to rise? Like, if you take the weed guy out the game in the streets, like, now you can go to the dispensary or whatever. What is that guy going to do now? Is he going to, go to school, get a job?
No, he's going to adjust to his environment.
But that's
he can get a job at a dispensary.
Yeah.
Maybe he could get a job at a dispensary or a cultivation center. Legalizing medical marijuana is going to create hundreds of jobs in Missouri. The economic benefit from it alone is incredible. We're talking about having potentially between 1 and 300,000 patients by the third year. So that's a lot of medication that needs to be grown. And there's a lot of medication that's going to need, that's made from extractions and distillates and isolates. And there's 1,000 ways to do it. People aren't smoking joints as much now. Now they have a vape pen or they have, an edible or whatever. There's going to be tons of work for people.
Now,
it's really going to change the shape of the economy in Missouri.
I know you got to go, and I got one more question. On that initiative ballot, it's not nothing crazy to where, like, you need, like, a few $100,000 to even sign, to fill out an application to be able to grow this stuff for the medical industry. And then you got to have a certain amount of money set aside in a bank account.
Now that provision, there are licensing fees. There's some application fees, and then if you get a license, then there are licensing fees.
Now, what's
the provision that you're talking about, though? They have that in Arkansas. So you have to have $500,000 in the bank, like verifiable in the bank, and that has to stay there. It's almost, I don't know.
So basically,
that's designed to keep people out. That's designed to keep that.
There's an application fee and a licensing fee, but there's no secure that. I can't remember what the name of that amount of money is. But
yeah, it's like when it's stuff like that, it makes me just like it's like come on, it's like you're like small people that could actually grow this stuff and be very efficient are completely cut its kneecap right before it can even start. So I only said wealthy people can even fund this stuff to where average Joe that can grow this stuff, but he don't have $500,000 in the bank on top of another $100,000 just to apply for an application.
You don't have to have that $500,000 in the bank for the New Approach Initiative. That's not in there. That's not necessary. But I will say this. Outside of licensing fees, starting a cultivation center or a dispensary or any of that stuff, that still costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay? People act like if the licensing fees are more, if they're lower, that it'll make it so the average Joe can get into the business because the licensing fees aren't so great. It still costs a lot of money to buy lights and equipment and fertilizer. You know what I mean? If you're going to build a dispensary, you have a building and you have security issues and you have staff and all that. It still costs a lot of money to start a cannabis business. But the licensing fees in New Approach are pretty reasonable, and it's a lot better than a lot of other states, and it doesn't require that amount of money in the bank.
Yeah, I think it should be like $10.
But once again, folks, you guys are missing the point. This is not about liberating nobody. It's not about economically empowering anybody who has been economically
No, because the only people going to be able to do that is some said corporation.
The same said corporations that opened up the breweries after Prohibition. Same gag.
Well,
thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am.
And yeah, check us out. We're on Facebook and we're on the internet. Just look up Greater St. Louis NORML. NORML.
There you go, folks.
Okay.
Check it out. Thanks. No problem.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
And there you have it. People trying to get marijuana legal in this state.
For medical reasons, to help out the sick and inflamed.
Yeah.
Infirm. I mean, and that's beautiful, but that's to me, that's still bullshit, you know. In other words, in order to enjoy something that grows naturally, you got to be on your deathbed, you know. Don't enjoy it too much.
Right. Yeah.
But, you know, that's the type of sick world we live in, you know. We live in a world where, you know, a chick can kill a baby because that's her body.
It's a fetus.
And you
it's
can't
not a baby.
fucking...
It's a fetus.
Why do they view marijuana as a drug anyway? Like, because a
drug
is something that you can buy over the counter.
Brown people
like an aspirin can hurt you more than weed.
That's the point. We don't want your ass to survive. We just want to keep you
breathing
a little bit longer to get
as long as you keep on mopping my floors and cleaning my toilet, and then you can die on out. And you know, it's sort of like, you know, that George Washington Carver, right? Guy who did the peanuts and soybeans and all that shit, right?
Right.
You know, I mean, everyone's like, oh man, he's such a brilliant man. You know what? That man's life had been such a hell. You know, he was adopted by some family, the Carver family up in there. First thing they do when they get little dude is cut off his balls, castrate him. You know, so now he has no sexual desires, can't make no babies. And then they're like, oh, now you can run out in the field and check out the flowers. And he does. And he becomes brilliant by doing that, you know. The thing about this, you got to understand, they don't mind you making inventions. They don't mind you fucking helping the cause. But at the end of the day, it ain't going to be for your seed. It's not going to be for your fucking legacy. That's the reality that we're living in.
That's why I said, if you want to see some real change, you ain't going to get it going through the way.
Man, if y'all want to see some real change, you better take your monkey ass down into the store and bust open $1 and break it into some change. That's the only change you're really going to see. And that shit's only zinc with a little bit of fucking copper fucking spray on the outside. You know, the bottom line is, guys, look, we're headed for a world war, civil war. You can be an ostrich with your head in the fucking sand, or else you can prepare right now while you still can. Because time's running out.
I'm tired of telling them to do that shit, you know.
Time is running out.
Like, fuck it. If shit kick off, you know what to do. They can be decoys so you can get the fuck where you need to be. Because they useless anyway. So it's kind of pointless. That's how I look at it.
The fact that they're useless is the fact that no one has ever instilled in them the proper programming. You know, we're all computers.
Right.
And we're only as good as the people we're around that is putting programs in our heads. All right? Most of us are being programmed with some bullshit motherfuckers on the side that don't have no clue to what's really going on. All right? That's the reality. We're trying to hip you guys to a couple of things and bring, you know, an interesting perspective to a lot of real problems. And we have so many, you know. I mean, let's face it. Like she said, you know, let's use this hypothetical scenario. Jerome, 15 years old, you know, grow up in the wrong side of town, all right? And his brother gives him, you know, fucking 2 ounces to go and sell down there at the little park or whatever. Well, he's walking down there, 15 years old. Officer Dudley, get over here, Jerome. Oh, shit. And they fucking find all this shit on this dude, right? So now Jerome goes into the little criminal system. Of course, he's going to be tried as an adult because he's a super predator.
Yeah.
And now, when Jerome gets out of the bullshit at about 18, 19, you know, he's back on the street, tries to go, you know, man, you know, I got filled up with the good shit up there. I want to be right? Well, that being right shit only going to work until the point when that belly starts grumbling. Oh, shit, I'm hungry. Well, I gotta do right.
You're gonna go grab
that
shit.
If you think about it, the main reason why that the government is tripping off of it, number one, is to keep people incarcerated.
Yeah.
And because that's profit. Mm-hmm. But number two, it's all about a discrepancy of how they're going to tax it.
No, it's about a discrepancy in how they're going to allow their boys to be the ones controlling it.
Yeah.
You know, like those pack of Marlboro Blacks, you go to New York, you're paying $17 a pack for those.
Yeah.
For that right there.
Yeah.
You know, they try to do it with prohibition. You know, that's where all these pilgrims, these Boston Tea Party type people. Okay, so, I mean, alcohol's still illegal to me.
Well, it's illegal in the counties where they make Jack Daniels. They still have dry counties down south. Yeah. You go through there with a 6-pack, your ass will go to fucking jail.
Yeah.
You know, that's the reality.
I just don't. I never did quite
Look,
understand.
this is now. Let's
Get caught going
listen
over
to the
to Illinois
propaganda.
with 3 packs of cigarettes. Your ass going to jail too for bootlegging.
Well,
Yep,
let's listen to the
exactly.
propaganda. We're the land of the free.
They gonna get you for Lucy's.
Oh yeah, well
They
they
gonna
choke
get you.
out Gardner up there in New York for those cigarettes. You know, he was a
Yeah.
threat to the whole economic system there. Choked him to death.
Yeah, that's
So you
That's
know, let's
sad.
be
I
real,
wonder if
man.
they had Newports.
We probably did in that region, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
the
Newport's
Newports is the black man cigarette.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it used to be just a poor cigarette until, think about it. Back in the day, chicken wings were just black folks' food. They don't fuck around with them chicken wings. Now it's everything that is so-called black this or black that
Everybody
ends up being a delicacy and the top shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, back in the old days, only black folks ate bacon and shit like that. Well, you know, poor whites, obviously, pioneers and shit.
Yeah.
But, you know, a lot of the soul food and shit, you know. Now, that hasn't really taken off because if you're, you know, partaking that too much, you end up dying of, you know, heart attack, diabetes,
Clogged
shit
them
like that.
arteries up.
But-
Your ass be looking like fucking Grimace and Precious.
Hey, I heard that Precious lost over
Moderations, folks.
a bunch of
Moderation.
weight or something and like a supermodel or something now. That's what I
She
heard.
probably went to go see one of them fucking doctors. Be like,
Getting that
The
light
only
bulb.
doctor that was
right.
worth a damn in wrestling so was Dr. Sabai. And,
I thought he was going to say Kevorkian.
no, man. I ain't
He was killing
Nah,
motherfuckers.
man. You know, he was probably some Hitler youth prodigy.
Yeah.
Now we'll send Kevorkian to America.
Them people was already sick, so they was about to bite the dust anyway.
Man, whatever.
Shit.
You know, that was that motherfucking grandson. Hey, Doc, look, you know, I know you want to go on this vacation, right? Man, Gramps is sitting on a few millions. You hook this shit up, and I hook you up. They say, you know, Gramps in the back of that van, and this might sting.
Right.
And the old Kevorkian's on the golf fair lane hitting that shit. You
Man.
know it.
Man. That's
These
crazy.
motherfuckers,
Well,
man.
Grandpa lived a good life, you know.
Look, Grandpa was a bitch. You know, all that, man, I'm so sick of hearing this shit about these elders this and the elders that. If the elders were so fucking cool and so unfucking
They put us in this
then why the
situation.
fuck is this shit all whacked the fuck out now?
Because it's their fault.
You know, it's
You
not
know
their
that- you
fault.
know that
It's
the-
our fault now for being young and having the muscle and the power to do it and not doing shit.
Did you know that
collectively.
the state of Washington State, when they legalized or not just medical marijuana, recreational, they made $45 million in just 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Well, check this out.
Same way with Las Vegas, like they ran out of marijuana
You
out
know,
there.
I mean, I like how you brought that up because money is such a tenuous issue. It's like the glue that binds all this shit together.
Mm-hmm.
You realize that the United States government was to kick the Federal Reserve off the fucking shore and the Department of Treasury was to print our fucking notes. All fucking states and all this country would be out of bankruptcy over fucking night because we would actually set the money that we would value at such a rate and we wouldn't have to pay interest on said money. That
10
we
years ago, this whole area used to be flooded with the quote unquote Reggie Miller. Now I haven't seen Reggie Miller
made.
in almost 5 or 6 years.
It's basically that good.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that the government, they have the power to turn it on,
They understand
turn it off
Because
whenever they want to.
Nobody trying to
You
smoke
know,
that
do you
old
think-
ass weed.
How do you think motherfucking all this shit really comes in here? You know, it comes in here with that CIA or FBI, or not FBI, but CIA or Black Ops guy
That's how crack
working on that
happened in the
fucking
black people.
C-1 aircraft, shows a badge. Yes, sir. And they just salute. Let them go through with all these boxes of shit, and then goes in cars and goes out the base. That's how the shit gets in here, man.
And then they, like Darley was saying,
It's all
earlier,
just a game.
that
dude.
once if they do legalize it, then the corporations are going to want to get a part
It's
of
gonna be
it
Monsanto.
because they want something that's going to make
It's,
them money.
it's already set up for the corporations to take over the.
Yeah, who has $500,000? Money
Right.
corporation.
And that's why that was why I was asking her about the license and stuff fees, because it's like, what's the point of supporting? So I get the whole medical thing,
Right.
but a person, an entrepreneur, an average Joe don't have that funds. Only people that got that funds is the top 1/10 of 1%
Or-
in corporations.
Or
That's
a
it.
criminal organization that's somewhat legitimate. They would actually have the funds as well. So once again, it's like the mobsters overnight stop being bootleggers and become breweries. All right, after in the
I just think if
game.
you're trying to legalize marijuana, going through it's like I don't know.
Here's a note. Why don't we do a statistical evaluation of the country of Portugal? Portugal is one of these rare countries out here that absolutely has zero drug laws. You can go over there and do a line of fucking meth, coke, fucking shoot up your goddamn heroin.
That's a Jefferson County paradise.
Oh shit! Where's goddamn cheeseburgers? Because I know I'm in heaven. That's right.
Fucking tweakers all over the goddamn.
I mean, I don't know how to be. I can do this right out here.
Man.
I mean, they're gonna do that when I pass out at the gas station with my 2 kids in the car. You know, I used to see videos of that shit. But I always saw videos of it, but the day I seen that shit in person, you know, it was a guy and a chick, 2 kids in the back, you know, it's like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm at the gas station getting a little crappy ass coffee. And some guy come in and was like, you got 2 heroin addicts with kids in the back of the car, passed out at the fucking gas
don't got shit.
the gas tank. You know, it's like, come on. You know, fuck. Shit's crazy, man.
I think that shit's funny because, you know, I lived the crack epidemic. And, you know, I remember the harsh words of encouragement.
I just want to know why they ain't getting thrown in jail.
No, I mean, no, the crack people did get
no,
thrown in jail.
I'm talking about with the opioids. I wonder why them motherfuckers ain't getting thrown in jail. It ain't like a space, you know.
I'm gonna get to that. See, that crack epidemic,
put them out on them camps.
Had a brown face as its mascot.
Right. Oh,
Let's
okay.
say that.
Oh, right.
And when you have a brown face, bad guy.
Oh, okay.
You know? Now, when the opioids, you know.
Oh, you just said.
Yeah, because it has a non-brown face as its mascot, and now
and it's not even
that.
that.
Empathy. You know, that's
empathy. The only reason why it's a medical crisis is because it hit the suburbs where white people with money. Because when these fucking, and we live this shit, we see this shit, these fucking poor ass white people out here dying over this shit, and they ain't said a goddamn thing. They ain't start saying shit about that shit until you go up there and fucking Ladue, fucking Clayton, Brentwood. When they kids start dying, that's when it became
hitting the neighborhoods where they don't want us. Where they don't want us at.
In all fairness, it can only be a medical crisis when you have medical insurance. If you don't have medical insurance, you couldn't get medical insurance.
It's only a medical crisis is because certain kids are fucking dying.
Well, you think you guys should mention the opioids.
You heard in that 9/11. When 9/11 happened, that motherfucking news guy came out here and said, it was such a shame all those brilliant young executives died. And I was sitting there, well, what about the goddamn janitor? No, Leroy, you can't evacuate. You got to clean the toilet.
Shit, Leroy.
You guys can talk about the opioids. I mean,
yeah.
It makes perfect sense why the U.S. military is still there because the opioids come from Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Well, you got to protect the source.
That's right.
You got to protect the source. Just like that oil. Right. You know, how come we ain't fucking around in central fucking Latin America? You know, Venezuela, the currency has been fucking basically blown to smithereens, confetti. How come we're not down there helping those folks? How come we're not even over there helping Puerto Rico?
Because
because they don't have oil or opioids to fucking, you know, it's O and O.
Well,
oil and opioids.
Or probably a group of old rich white men ain't got together yet and decided how they want to split up that land before they send these poor soldiers from rural and inner city American kids down there to go take over that land so they can go build fucking condos and shit.
I wonder, was it the same group of old white men that just determined you guys cannot use the word nigger or nigga no
Probably.
more? You know, shut that shit down.
The same old white men that fucking made Black Panther 2.
Well, Black Panther 2, you know that's coming out with all the money Black Panther 1 made. You know, I mean,
I'm from Rwanda, motherfucker. That's not even a real goddamn country.
Look, stop it. Look. You know, you can't be beating up you know, these people are down and they hurt and they need some fucking Robin Hood or some Humpty Dumpty fairy tale. They need it.
Goddamn fairy tale.
You know, myself, I just don't like bald head hoes.
What you see, D? What you see, D? I can see where this is going right now.
Look.
No pun intended, folks. No pun intended.
My whole thing is this here. All right.
Let me get one of these.
Yeah, you guys have to stop.
Type of day.
Oh, that's fine. You have to stop being bitches and effeminate out here, man.
Fuck
People ain't gonna like you for various reasons, man. You gotta remember, you're fucking Teflon, and that shit don't stick. It just floats off you, alright? Now, a lot of, you cats out here, I don't have a daddy, blah, blah, blah. Look, Hitler had a motherfucking daddy, and look how that motherfucking bitch came out. So you don't have to have a daddy or not have a daddy to be about something. All you have to have is ethics in your fucking being. All you gotta have is fucking a sense of right and wrong, whatever. But at least you stick to that and stick to it, all right? And the rest of the shit will play out, man. Don't even trip. Go and get your little education, get yourself a trade, get yourself some sort of degree or something, and go and do this thing, man. Because the worst thing you can do, seriously, is expect that this world's gonna end somehow magically. Because this motherfucker ain't gonna end. 40 years from now, motherfuckers still gonna be paying bills and still fucking paying taxes and doing what the fuck they need to do to survive. All I'm saying is you need to be on that level instead of some old crazy ass level. Because unless we all come together, we ain't gonna change this. And I'm telling you straight up, we ain't all coming together. So this shit ain't being changed.
I remember when this country used to be land of the free and home of the brave. Now is land of the stupid, home of the willful ignorant.
The land of the slaves.
The American dream never applied to you anyway.
Yeah, no. For real.
None of us will see the American dream.
Hold on, I can't say that though. Father Divine saw that motherfucker. Father Divine saw the American dream. Right when motherfuckers were screaming for a tree, this nigga in the back of a motherfucking private limousine eating steaks and lobster.
He showed me that shit. I was like, damn, who is this nigga right here? They singing for him and everything. Clowning up.
And you know how they buried Father Divine? Jim Jones. Everybody knows about Jim Jones, but no one knows about Father Divine. And what for Father Divine, Jim Jones would just be a little cum bucket. He should have been a cum bucket guzzled by his mom in her belly, but he ended up fucking hitting the vajayjay and getting that egg. But, he should have sperm on a rag.
Who guys would be, if you guys can get in touch with this cat, I think he would bring a different scenario, a different outlook on
Captain Kangaroo.
No.
I think
Pastor Manning. Him, Pastor Manning, the one that said Trump wasn't born, he was hatched.
Yeah.
You guys get in touch with him.
Yeah. Pastor Manning, the black guy?
Yeah.
Pastor Manning.
He said he was hatched from an egg.
Pastor Manning's extreme conservative.
Good. I mean, we can trash his ass too.
Yeah, no. Listen, the only pastor I would like to interview, we did Reverend Larry Rice, the one time. But it would be this guy named Pastor Dow of Straightway. All right. Now, all these pastors out here talking their shit. Pastor Dow, in my opinion, and that's all it is the only one speaking from the book. Because he's speaking real shit. And he's living by the book.
Westboro speak from the book, too. A lot of people don't like it. Westboro Baptist Church.
Nobody likes when they speak from the book. Nobody actually stand on what they talking about.
Everything they say. I don't agree with them protesting at funerals and shit. I'm surprised one of them got smoked yet. But
I'm sure they wouldn't agree with me drinking a nice cold brewski and smoking a fucking cigarette.
They might.
I doubt it.
Man, you don't know what goes on.
Those motherfuckers.
They probably bring,
the last
bring out a string of fucking kids for your ass too. Here you go, Brother Patrick.
The last Christian organization we dealt with.
Fuckers.
That seemed to be it appeared that you were taking shots of, there's no appear. I really was taking shots of whiskey. Yeah. Listen.
We're going to continue to take shots of whiskey.
I'm not going to be fake with this shit here.
Fuck no.
If you want to sit here and try to fucking be the glitter bug, I'm holier than that. I'm the Pope and I never touched the JJ. Man, you can take that old crazy ass shit on. Because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear shit you got to say. Especially if you're some old-ass virgin, you really can't tell me shit about reality as far as dealing with a female or dealing with a relationship because you ain't experienced that shit. Now, you might have read some book. Well, so-and-so fucking dick down what's her face and we got such and such. I got it. But until you're doing the dicking down and fucking such and such is having your fucking loin seed there.
And you know who we talking about, too. You know who we talking about. You know who we talking about.
Look, the bottom line
Should I say the name? You know who we talking about.
The
Going
bottom
back
line.
with palming her 5 sisters. Or when we get motherfuckers get pussy down here, we do fucking. Not that bullshit, because at the end of the day, no matter who we fuck, we still black men. At the end of the
I
goddamn
wasn't
day.
even talking about that.
Well, I am.
I mean,
I'm speaking on that. Motherfucker know who we talking about. Go and leave your comment in the comment section, too. Appreciate it. I like a good
that little
laugh.
motherfucker there. That little motherfucker there, for one.
Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Anybody sitting here talking this old crazy ass shit, see, I consider myself part of the human fucking race. The human race encompasses all of humanity, not a subset,
Right.
and not some so-called race. It's a whole fucking, the whole family, the whole genome. I'm a part of that family. Now, if you want to be alienate yourself, I'm only going to fuck my sister or cousin. Well, you go with that. And if she's cool with that, y'all have your little people behind the hill fucking cult over there.
You look like Chuck from Goonies.
You know it. Does this shirt make my skin look wrinkly?
Right.
You know, it's like, you know, my whole thing is this here. If you a straight motherfucking man, there ain't no pussy on this earth you gonna pass up talking some old crazy ass shit like that. Now, if you some posing ass, bitch ass, fag ass, borderline, Jenner type motherfucker, yeah, you gonna subscribe
I be
to
them
that
skinny
shit.
jeans fucking with them.
You know what I'm saying? Cause on that
Them
bluff,
skinny
though.
jeans be fucking with them. That shit be too tight and fuck up the train of thought.
It does. You know, I mean, come on.
That's what that shit be. That be them skinny jeans. Niggas wear skinny jeans, dresses, and all kinds of goddamn
And that's what's
shit.
fucking me up, man. Since when has it been cool for young rappers to talk about sucking another nigga's dick? And that's supposed to be cool. That's bullshit.
With that being said, it's all about when we was talking to Brother Mark from Anaheim. I think it might have been the first or second show, all about the casting couch. You know, just like a lot of rappers, they would say you got these 3 doors where once you reach a certain level of success, you got these 3 doors that you go down. And if you notice, you see the same players all the time, whether it's all these commercials, everything else. So any type of new opportunity that they get, they just got popped.
Yeah.
You know, like if you look at Will Smith, for example, you know, his first movie was
that nigga didn't
something
put it out,
like
too.
separate from Six or his first movie anyway. He had him in there fornicating with another dude. You know, so it just goes to
They
show.
said fuck putting him on a dress. We want to simulate a dick going in your booty.
And you see what, like with Dave Chappelle, like he turned down that money because they already had the dress. They already had the dress in his room.
But he done backslide, man. He look, you know, Dave Chappelle, all these cats, you know, when they start talking about they inside track Illuminati, this Catwing and all that, that's some bullshit, man. Cause if you inside track, nigga, you dead. Like the CDC, doctor, the black doctor talking about vaccines. You know, hey, vaccine, this is bad for your kids. That nigga floating in the river. That's what happens when you fucking talk against the real power. Your ass is floating in the fucking river. Right. So I'm coming here talking this, oh yeah, man, hey, you know, Illuminati's real, I'm on that. Yeah, man, I don't give a fuck. It's still, you know, you ain't gonna come on this show. You know why? Because there's some lawyers saying you can't go on these certain shows because you're hooked up with us. Now, if you're hooked up with us, that lets me know automatically whatever's coming out of your mouth is coming through those people there. Period. And that's what, you know, listen, folks, start thinking for your fucking selves. It's not that hard.
How do you do that, boss?
How do you do that? It's not that hard. You know, and honestly, the reason why we're in the shape we're in now is because too many people are refusing to think for themselves. You know, I just think like Bob, he's my boss. I think like him, I get my paycheck until I die. You know, what kind of bullshit is that?
Right.
You know, your kid grows up, man, you a whack motherfucker. You know, you fed the kid, you clothed the kid, you gave him medicine and shit, but you're a whack motherfucker because the kid recognized on a spiritual, real, universal level, you're not a genuine human being because you're not believing the bullshit you're portraying. That's the problem, you know, along with the whole sexist shit, you know, men or that new shit, you know, women are God and all this, or men are God.
Me too.
If you sit here, let me tell you, like Jeff Foxworthy, you might not be a god if you have to take a shit in the morning.
That's right.
You might not be a god if you have to get a bite to eat throughout the month. And I know some of you motherfuckers, well, I'll just fast a couple of days. You know, you might not be God if your ass dies. So, you know, I think that pretty much takes care of all of us humans down here on Earth. There should be no more of this cult bullshit. Oh my God, this guy's got, man, put a bullet in his head and see if he fucking, you know, wakes up. Oh no, he's in deep meditation. Because that's what those Hindu motherfuckers are trying to hit you to. This motherfucker's rotting over here. Yeah. No, he's in meditation. Motherfucker's a skeleton. No, he's still just chilling. Come on, man.
He's got that double tap right there.
Shit. You know, and another thing, horse. And this is...
Tell it, man. This stuff people need to hear this shit.
I feel like climbing Bundy. You know, I was doing good. Let me tell you about what I know about horse. They sit on the porch and don't do shit. Mm-hmm. Okay. No, listen, horse, seriously, stop breeding. Okay. You know, it's not cool anymore having all these effeminate men and these other fucking banshee bitches you produce. So please do humanity a favor and just suck the dick instead. You know, suck it, gobble it down, drink it up, but stop fucking reproducing. Please. Please.
Right, we try to build an army, not fucking...
Not a bunch of fucking freak show. The fucking...
Candidates for RuPaul's drag show.
Right. We don't want to go to war.
If you out there buying your kids skinny jeans, kill yourself.
For real. For real. I mean, come on, man.
Fuck out of here with that.
He looks so cute, though. We can put a little pink streak in his hair.
Can't even go get the 565s no more because all the goddamn Levi's fucking look like they came from the women's section. Oh, they probably did.
And you think, you know that Europe is having a reproduction problem, right? So what's the point?
They have a reproduction problem over here.
Look, what's the point of having all these balls pressed up against your body? It increases the heat. Therefore, your sperm dies. Now, if you're just a little whore dude out there, you're like, oh, I don't care about my sperm. I want to fuck all these bitches. Remember this, dude. AIDS is still real. Syphilis is still real. Gonorrhea is coming back, a super version of it. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you keep on fucking if you want to, buddy. Yep. But when you're sitting there in that hospital room, dude, and your own mom and dad can't give you a hug because they have to be in a rubber suit because your ass is so fucking infectious. You just remember.
Yeah, these really motherfuckers crazy. You got motherfucking chicks letting fags fuck them and shit.
And you know what? I never did understand. You know, you're not going to convert this motherfucker. You know, the only thing you're going to do is ruin your pussy for that straight dude that wants to fucking make babies with you and really, you know, be 100 with you. You know, you're letting these little weak-ass motherfuckers, you know. I mean, I get it. You know, they lonely. They need something, you know. But fuck, dude. You really got to go to a goddamn fag. Really.
Honestly.
You know?
If your nigga, when y'all go out, if you a chick out there, when y'all go out, if your nigga look better than you, he fucking a dude.
Or if your nigga sit there talking about, hey, you know, you put on this little tool here and run up in me, he's a fag. You know, don't real man ain't gonna let you butt fucking, dude. It ain't going down. Because of the fact that if you do that, you take away something here. You take away his soul, his manly shit. You know, now motherfucker, well, what happens when you go to jail? That's what happens when you go to jail. You slip up in that motherfucking shower, next thing you know, shit, you're busted.
Another thing too, single women need to stop treating their sons like they their boyfriends too.
Mm-hmm. Well, some of that, and a lot of people don't want to speak on. A lot of that is like the dog and the peanut butter. Them boys are fucking their moms, they motherfuckers. You know, when that no, he's still breastfeeding. Motherfucker's 18 years old. You know, how's he breastfeeding? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, sometimes time he likes to go and play where he came from. What the fuck? Nigga's 25 years old. What the fuck are you talking about? You know, he likes to probe. He likes to probe me from time to time. I don't want to hear no weak ass shit.
That's a huge problem too. These single moms be treating their sons just like they.
Because the single mom don't have daddy's dick to fucking be preoccupied with. They don't got nobody. You know, either it's meow, Mr. Fribbles, or the boy. That's gonna be their
Fribbles.
Hello.
No, he didn't.
As loud as you want, nobody's gonna hear you. Nobody's gonna hear you.
You know how that shit goes.
You know they say cats like tuna.
Shit, and look, I have seen I have known cats, you know, that have seen in real life fucking bitches, fucking dogs for crack. I've or black people who haven't seen motherfuckers straight up fucking a cat, fucking straight up stick a paw in the pussy with a claw.
Oh,
you know, it's all crazy shit, dude. Shit that makes my stomach turn just hearing about it. I can imagine really seeing the shit, you know, over in Crystal City by the fucking.
Tell them the sponsor of the show again. Tell the sponsor of the show again. I think we can't tell the
that's too much. I don't think they're ready for all that. But you know, the deal is, man, there's some sick motherfuckers out here straight the fuck up. And these are the cats that you know, that's a little bank vice president. Or else this guy, you know, he's on the Rotary board. Or, you know, this is one of the Masons in town. They be the most sickest, twistedest motherfuckers, dude.
All them little clubs be sucking cock.
Yep, Knights of Columbus.
I'm talking about nothing, you know, these can't be talking about pussy, but in the weird way, you know, tying a bitch up and straight, you know, all that old crazy ass shit. Listen, if you guys want to make it in this world, unfortunately, you gotta take all the stuff that you think is good and break it. Break it all. Break it all and you become fucking rich beyond your fucking dreams. Mm-hmm. You know? If you're tired of being a pushover motherfucker, well then stop being a fucking cunt. Stand up for your fucking self. You know, be a real fucking human being, man or woman. Don't let nobody talk crazy to your ass. Shit, you know what the fuck you gotta do.
Show them that your pimp hand game strong.
No, don't be putting your hands on people. Put your mind on that motherfucker. You know,
you know how they say, I'm gonna knock the sense out of your ass. You need to knock some sense in motherfuckers now.
Well, yeah. And some of those women, I hate to say, but some of these bitches out here totally respond to that. You know, like a bitch, you know, that's somewhat subconscious, you know, smack that bitch around. Next thing you know, that bitch, you could shit down her open mouth. And she be like, oh, thank you, daddy. That's good eating. You know, it's fucked up like that. I don't know what they call it, Stockholm syndrome. I mean, you smack these motherfuckers up, and they're just like, here's my last $1, daddy.
I've seen that shit personally.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I've
fucked up.
Seen that shit. It's like, I know for a fact if I was a chick, you put your hands on me, I'm gonna fuck your ass up.
Yeah, but some of these bitches, they just,
they
double down.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Tyrone loves me.
He totally loves me.
Well, you got that bitch in a fucking full Nelson, DDT in her ass, and she coming back 2 days later with her fucking check.
There's a group of people down in Brazil called fart eaters. Fart eaters. All right. What these chicks do is straight up, you know, eat farts. And
this show has just totally to the 360.
I know.
Totally, no way.
So we're gonna come right back out here.
Totally to the 360. This motherfucker boy, like,
no, but what I'm saying is, you see these bitches doing this type of activity, right? And they're like consider what we consider, you know, models or whatever, you know. How will you as a man feel, you know, you done married this bitch, you know, she played the role, she went chameleon on you.
Right.
And then, you know, you go to that little village, hey, that's Choo Choo. Hey, Choo Choo, remember back in the day when you used to make this? And they pull up that video. And you're like,
those one of them wet ones.
And this bitch is sitting there, because I'm illustrating this to show you that a lot of times, you know, guys are like, I got a woman, she won't do this or that. Dude, it's not that. A lot of the times, these chicks that claim to not want to do certain things is because they have been done so fucking hardcore.
No, they think your ass soft.
Yeah. And they'll be soft with you. But when you're not around and can't do, when you at work or hunting or whatever the fuck you're doing.
Get over that shit.
Yeah, all of a sudden, that's super. You know, I haven't done this this. You'll hear this. I haven't done this in years.
Mm-hmm.
You just sit back and smile. You like, shit.
Walk right in the door. Boom. Cock your jaw, bro. It's on because this dick I'm gonna lay.
And she'll be like, oh, you just play. Next thing you know, you're blasting her throat. So, the reality is, folks, this is this here. If you think that you know a motherfucker, then you're a fool. Because you don't know shit. That's why motherfucker, I didn't know Father Dominant butt fucked that little choir boy. Well, how the fuck could you not know?
Right.
This motherfucker all these boys talking about I ain't getting no pussy. Look, let's take this bullshit fantasy out. You're a grown man or a grown woman with grown people fucking desires. You're gonna sit up here and talk about you ain't gonna fucking have no sexual relations? Right. That don't make no fucking sense. At least those cults gotten one up on that shit. No, we're wacky as fuck, but we're having some orgies up in this motherfucker.
No fucking cults. They got 3 sets of litters 3 times a fucking year.
While you're sitting there talking about think about that. Think about why would a motherfucker want you to be on your knees talking about so that when he comes through,
exercise, yeah, warm up exercise shit. But bless them fucking jaws.
Come on, this motherfucker,
folks.
And it's not just so-called Christian or even Muslims or I didn't really hear pedophilia going on in, say, Buddhism or Hinduism so much. But I've heard other shit about Hinduism as far as, like, there's one day where dudes could dress up as chicks and dude could apparently fuck them and not cheat on their wives, which is kind of crazy if you ask me. But, the reality is, folks, a lot of these religions and philosophical bullshit is only designed to enslave you and trap you and ensnare you because of the fact that whether you want to accept it or not, you already have freedom at the very beginning of life. The reason why, because if you didn't have freedom, motherfuckers wouldn't be hitting you up. Hey, join my crew. Hey, believe like this. Hey, you should believe like this. Here's a book that tells you how to do this. Because no one tells you how to breathe, do they? Anyone tell you how to fucking, when you're hungry, you really need to eat. Because, those babies, they let you know. You feed them all, they cool. All right? You're already free from Jump Street. You only become a slave to the shit that you actually take into yourself and believe that is real. So, that being said, man, I don't really have too much else to say.
All I'm going to say is, Joe Brown, be on special report.
Yeah, Judge JB, the one and only.
And also, I want to say this too. These 2 cats over here have been drinking as well. I'm honest about my drinking because I'm showing my beer. But these 2 cats, they got shit off to the side, taking sips and shit, hardcore drink. So I ain't the only one that drinking. That's all I want to say.
They're like, well, we ain't seen them doing shit.
They slick. They quick. They flash. Just that quick. I'm slow. I'm the turtle. I'm getting drunk slowly. And, for a lot of you guys, this is real. This isn't filled with water. This is real alcohol. And a lot of it, actually. And, you might wonder, well, how come he doesn't slur? And how come he doesn't, pass out and shit? That's because I'm a professional, guys. It took years of dedication. Now I'm slurring.
Dedication. He is a professional 211 beer drinker.
Thank you.
Right from the great state of Missouri.
Yeah. So 211. If you need a mascot, or not a mascot, I'm not a fucking mascot, but if you need a sponsor, never mind, dude. Because apparently when I'm trying to illustrate how drunk I'm not.
He's already showing your products on the fucking thing. Bring him a goddamn 6-pack or something. Show some goddamn gratitude. Fuck. Some goddamn gratitude in this bitch.
That's it. Right there, man.
Fuck. What else you gotta do? You want to fucking do a dance and song?
No, they want me to pass out. We want to see him drink our products until he's comatose. And I will do that if you provide your product. I'm not buying your shit to pass out.
Fuck no.
I can't honestly say, the last time I passed out, seriously, must have been
December? He knows what I'm talking about.
with it and never seen it again. He was like a ghost.
Yeah.
He was gone. Man.
Well, I guess it's December.
Yeah. That's what we do though, man. We have fun on this bitch.
Yeah, the other morning show. That's the reason
what
why
we
they call
about.
it that.
Hold on, no, we're not done though.
Mm-mm.
We got a live show. We got a live musical number coming up from CI.
Yeah, stay tuned for that.
You know, you notice I didn't cook tonight. You don't hear kids and shit in the background. You know, thank Debbie from behind the scenes and the kids.
Yeah, thanks,
you know,
Yeah.
I mean, am I hungry? Fuck yeah. And, you know, it pissed me off knowing that they're probably up there in the Mexican restaurant eating fucking good shit. Yeah. Well, I'm over here fucking slurping down 2 11s. But there is a pork chop in every can. Well, actually, 2. But, you know, I would still like to have a fucking steak, carne asada, fucking burrito.
Joe Brown's gonna be on special report tomorrow.
Judge JB.
Yes, at 4 p.m. Central Time on TruePowerIsMine and Dimebag TV.
Yeah. We got 4 episodes made of My Life and Times gonna be premiering on Dimebag TV too. We already got 4 episodes made.
Also, want to give a shout out to not shout out necessarily, but a call out. Anybody out there with videos, interesting topics, you want to be a part of our network, send them to the other morning show 17 at gmail.com, or at least send us the link to that. And, we're looking to expand our operation. We want independent journalists, independent people. All right. So, start hollering at your boys, and we're going to get you on Dimebag TV.
When I catch that motherfucker at the gas station again, I'm gonna hit his ass with my car too, because he didn't wash my windows right.
One thing I do want to say, I find it really odd that here in the great and honorable state of Missouri, our governor is caught up, or was caught up in a little sexual escapade. You know, he got his little pinky wet somewhere. Now, it's okay to fuck all these different whores in Missouri and be a governor. But that, if we would have found out he would have smoked a joint prior to the election, he would not have been governor. That's some shit to think about. Mm-hmm. I'd rather have a pot-smoking motherfucker who's faithful to his woman than some swindling, sneaky, snaky fuck who's cheating on his wife, talking about, I can lead you out. Motherfucker, you ain't fucking cool with her. You don't even know me. You're fucking over this bitch that's been down with you forever, unless she's a freak whore. Now, that's not, she can be freaky too. But if she's a good woman, the first lady of Missouri there, that's sad that
she probably get dick down too.
Well, no, most time those chicks, those Edomites, they'll sit there and lick some pussy.
Like Greichen is gone to the Capitol, motherfucking goddamn me, that man Dingo coming to that motherfucker slanging that shit all over.
Oh yeah, she'll slop it up like it's a fucking.
Fuck yeah, they all do that old nasty shit.
And you know what? Look. A lot of these chicks out here, man, they're sitting here fucking 4 or 5 cats at one time. They're sucking some dude off, literally brushing their teeth on the way to see another motherfucker. Y'all gotta stop that.
Still ain't make $100 off all that shit.
Y'all gotta stop that. I want to say this right here and right now so everyone gets this shit straight. There's totally different mechanics happening when you always hear these women talking about, oh, man, go out and fuck all these bitches, and we all slap them on the back. But if I do the same thing, I'm a whore. That's because there's some different shit going down. You're a dude, you can go here, boom, 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 like a shotgun.
He's passionate about this shit.
It's blasting these whores in the face, right? Well, if you're a chick and 7 dudes come at you, they're all shooting at the same target. What is there a difference between 6 targets out there in the field with 1 shot in each target, or 1 target with 6 shots in it? There's a huge difference.
Better not kiss her.
She's somebody's boy or girlfriend. She comes home after leaving your company. She's gonna be, hey, honey, mwah, and probably stick to his face when she pulls off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This shit. Look.
They gonna call us some feminine or whatever.
No. I love women. I'm not a chauvinist. I love women. Look,
we just telling you what we observe.
once again, there was a cat, man. There was a party years and years ago, right? There was a party years and years ago, all right? And one of my friends was in the car with a group of other friends, and
oh shit!
And the chick and the guy, all right, the chick was giving everyone a ride home, all right. Well, apparently the first person she drops off is the boyfriend, and then the next thing you know, the other three cats in the car fucked the chick, and then the boyfriend, I guess he sobers up and realized, hey, I'm sitting at home and my girl just took home 3 other dudes. So she calls dude on the phone, the old green phones, and or the dude calls her rather. Well, anyhow, to make a long story short, she picks up dude, goes back, his drunk ass gets in the car. First thing they do is kiss and say they love. And I'm telling you, if that dude did not have a sense of smell on his face, I don't know. He should have smelled the jizz on that bitch's face. Because she was jizzed by 3 cats in that car, no less than 15 minutes to picking his monkey ass up. And they kissing, talking about loving. And literally,
choose wisely. You just never know. Is she a deep throat pro?
No, man. If she ain't, that's only because you fucking up, man. Because look,
you can always teach a dog a new trick.
Look, I'm telling you straight up. Every one of these chicks out here do whatever your heart's desire if you're man enough to stand on what your heart desires. Yep. If you're wishy-washy, I don't know, they're going to fucking fuck you over like the little bitch you are.
I think I may want some pussy tonight.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
This is like kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits. You fucking, and I'm telling you guys, and this is a test to show you if your girl loves you or not. You make her suck your dick and eat the cum. She don't eat the cum, she don't love you. Straight up. That's straight up. That means she don't give a fuck about you being happy. She go wait till you're very end and whack you off. Bitch, whack me off from the beginning. Why even fuck around?
That's true.
I mean, you gonna make me happy, you're gonna make me happy. If not, then motherfucker, if you're in that situation, you can outsource that shit. But if you can't outsource that shit, then, you're just gonna be a miserable fucking cunt.
Yeah, I was just say it's more of them than it is us. So if you not getting no pussy, there is a problem with you.
Well, yeah, and a lot of these guys, seriously, I talk to a lot of young cats.
Man up!
No, they put pussy on too high of a pedestal and put dick down too low, and they don't understand. In the woman's world, that dick is way up on the pedestal, and that pussy ain't nothing but shit.
She should go to Everest to get that motherfucker.
She will, if you put it out there like that. Mm-hmm. But instead of going to Everest, she only has to go over a little anthill. Shit, least resistance. She can go to the anthill and fuck your buddy like he wants to be fucked.
Mm-hmm. And then go back home and kiss you.
With jizz in her throat, I cannot emphasize.
I can see the comments now.
Oh my God.
TruePower just went crazy after that.
Look, I didn't go on one of my sexual challenge rants tonight because I'm not that guy anymore. I just don't have that in me no more. It's like I felt like I was brainwashed by society to think like that. In many ways I was, but am I cool? I still have Facebook fag friends and shit, but it's just not my
We love all humans.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Everybody's human. And if a chick, look, there's so many motherfuckers down here for real. If a chick wants to eat another chick's pussy, I have zero problem with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I guess. I don't know.
And y'all don't have no problem with it either.
No, I don't have no problem with it. That's
shit. And the other deal,
yeah, I'm single. Shit, can I watch?
Oh.
I ain't doing shit else. Well, yeah, I ain't got shit else to do. Fuck it. Why not watch?
Why not? It's unethical. You gotta get in there and get your hands dirty, But
I like to be entertained sometimes.
I know, look, I did not mean for this to devolve into some sort of call it.
Oh, this video's probably gonna get flagged by someone of the more feminist chicks.
No, probably some fag. How come we don't get our turn?
Right. You can get your turn with Palmer and her 5 sisters in the bathroom or in the shower. And stop using your mama.
Well, not a public bathroom.
bathroom.
Not public bathroom. You know, I'm about sick. I went down here to the Express Mart, dude. And I'm not no forensics guy, man. But I had to piss, you know, so I went to piss her. That motherfucker, dude, some motherfucking cunt went in that motherfucker and jizzed all over the toilet seat and the handle and shit. I opened up the door and just pissed on the floor and walked out, dude. I was like, this is fucked.
That's like the dude that went in there before you did.
No. Whoever was in there, you could obviously tell. Either this motherfucker didn't honk and just blew snot, like, literally everywhere, or that shit was jizz, and I wasn't touching. I felt fucked up touching door handle getting in the motherfucker.
You didn't know.
You
didn't know.
You know? So, that's something to think about, guys and girls. When you're out there and fucking around public toilets, man, think about the consequences of some sick fucker going in there jizzing everywhere.
And that's your public health notice from TruePowerIsMine.
Yeah, and the other morning show.
Tune in next week for another one.
And you can't wait. Join me on Special Report tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's going to be a way more serious show.
Yeah.
You know, today, you know, we're in the end of the week. We're let our hair down if we had hair or whatever. But, you know, tomorrow, you know, I'm so looking forward to talking to Joe Judge Brown. You know, he's actually been one of my, you know, my mom used to love watching his show before she passed away. So there was many years I would watch Joe Judge Brown from afar.
Right.
You know, so, and I know he has some good information.
And we know you motherfuckers ain't gonna be doing shit, so watch.
Judge Joe Brown tomorrow.
Check it out before you go get turned up and tossed out.
Yeah.
You ready to do that song?
Yes, sir. How we gonna do it?
Can you pull it up on that phone since it's hooked to the computer for the instrumentals?
Powering on.
This was a request. It was sent in.
And we make it happen. Y'all wanted Cobra Immortal to do a song? We got Cobra, and he's going to do a song.
And next week we're going to have those midgets, too.
Oh, God.
I'm working on it.
Little people of Dallas.
Fuck no.
You see that video I sent you?
Yeah, I seen that crazy ass shit. We want them clowns in here. We want some real entertainment.
Call her ass up.
You bitch. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, we're gonna get them midgets. We're gonna have a jello pool for the midgets. We're gonna have all that stuff. I'm gonna do my best to impersonate Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon.
Yeah. You ready, man?
I'm ready.
You ready? Here you go. Who requested that? Who requested that?
Who you asking? Me?
Yeah.
Salute to the fan who requested.
We'll find you out.
Cobra Mortal. If you want to know more about me, you can find me on all of my social media sites. I have my music on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. For booking inquiries, you can book me at CobraImmortal1@gmail.com. Also, you can purchase my latest album, Smash 'Em All, right there, available for $10. Also, I have another album that was just released, Swag Jackin'. So you get 2 classic albums if you order the Cobra Mortal pack for only $10. So, man, show your support for your boy. You did that?
The other CD's out the van.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is dedicated right there, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy C.I. definitely in the building. Shout out to everybody out there doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? The other morning show, TruePowerIsMine, 9-Bag TV, 9-Bag Darling. I'm your boy COVR. IM-WORTAL. Let's get it. Check it out. I'm always ready to attack, but it's 50s rap. Your boys ain't ready for me. Hot boy gonna fill it with the wrath of the minister. All my enemies street. Tens I speak. You can find me sitting here pumping on sticky green. And me and my G's hustle hard in the street. We ducking, dodging for the police. If you hit it, you never like a glossy screen. Hit it real hard like a terrorist screen. Y'all too slow and I'm on light speed. Me and my team took 3D lead. Real shout out to the real OGs who put me on game when the streets raise me. You taught me how to stack my G's. Keep my eyes open for the switch around me. Brother so funny, tell lies and rip. Trying to put me out like a fine little figure. Happy girlfriend sitting in the middle. Joe so good it'll make you giggle. Beer so legal like 45 black. When it's head pop to the club, I'm mad. 2 boys ain't ready for me when I'm coming out. Be careful what you say to me. In conversation, all this hating that you do it gives me inspiration. Now you acting all funny like you hustling with the gang. You know Mac for me, bro. When I'm out here smiling, smash your ball, smash your ball, smash your ball, smash your ball, I smash your ball, smash your ball, smash your ball, smash your ball, I smash your ball, smash your ball, smash your ball, smash your ball, I smash your ball, smash your ball, smash your ball, hey. Action packed with the bonus features. You can hear me bang through your speakers. Finally caught up with the rapper reaper. No, I'm trying to meet you. I share none of you counterfeit rappers. Here teams that them things to capture. In the West they call them slappers. These rappers are Hollywood actors. I come through on down like a track. Illuminati inside these tracks. Lyrics so hot like a fire breathing jacket. I'm more powerful than your posse and match. Visually, dog, you know I smash. Better catch up like high as I can. Fans looking for that next transaction. Can't give them that satisfaction. My cash flow, I'm serious. What you say so oblivious. Bars are crazy, delirious. Even my critics are curious. My pain is my aggression. The hustle is my weapon. Better get up out my direction when I'm in the intersection. Be careful what you say to me. In conversation, all this hating that you do it gives me inspiration. Now you acting all funny like you wrestling with the gang. You know Mac for me, bro. When I'm out here trying to smash, I smash them all, smash them all, smash them all, smash them all, I smash them all, smash them all, smash them all, smash them all, I smash them all, smash them all, smash them all, smash them all, I smash them all, smash them all, smash them all. Hey, yo Cobra, what's up? These rappers scared of me. Why is that? They don't want me in this industry. How come? They know when I'm on the gonna turn on, what you gonna do? Ride in the Phantom Rover, so you gonna stunt? Yeah, bro, you know I'm gonna stunt. All black Rolls Royce tinted out when I'm pulling up to make you mad. Damn right, you know I make a mad. Canary diamonds, they shining when I'm here on stand. Be careful what you say to me. In conversation, all this hating that you do it gives me inspiration. Now you acting all funny like you hustle with the gang. You know Mac for me, bro. When I'm out here trying to smash, I smash them all, smash them all, smash them all, smash them all, I smash them all, smash them all, smash them all, smash them all, we smash them all, smash them all, smash them all, smash them all, we smash them all, smash them all, smash them all. Hey, yo, it's your boy C.I. Definitely in the building. On the morning show. Let's get a salute to all the fans out there. Judge JB's gonna be on special report TruePowerIsMine tomorrow. Dimebag TV #2. It's your boy C.I. Check me out. Purchase your album right now, only $10. Smash them all right now, you need that? It's finna go down. What's up? Mo Hill Records in the building. What's happening? Salute.
Yeah. Thank you, my brother.
Yes, sir. Anytime, anytime.
And that's how we get down on the other morning show.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
if you don't like it, we don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck.
I am happy to say will be coming soon.
I'm Dimebag Darley.
I'm TruePowerIsMine.
I'm your boy C.I. Cobra Immortal, the one and only.
Get them CDs, mofo. You ain't doing shit else,
man. Support your boy. Only $10.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Peace
We
out.
Okay, finish.